Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here. I'm welcoming you to this special program. Today, I'm going to be having a special program. Yes, this every Sunday, this time every Sunday, I'm normally having the innovative and the creative and innovative hour. But this innovative hour, this creative and innovative hour today, is going to be like a special program, and it's going to be about Nigeria. So I want you people to please go ahead and invite as many Nigerians as you know, and not just Nigerians, but anybody that has vision and burden for Nigeria. You see the title of the program, an open invitation to everyone who has a burden for Nigeria. This is an open invitation to everyone who has a burden for Nigeria, an open invitation. So I am inviting everybody that has a burden for Nigeria. Maybe you have a burden to come and carry out a project. Maybe you have a burden to come and fulfill a dream. Maybe you have a burden to start a business. Maybe you have a burden to do some humanitarian. Mostly I'm talking about humanitarian projects, not business projects. But if it is business project that you have, why not? Anybody that has any project in mind for Nigeria, I'm inviting you for partnership. I want us to partner, because the reason why I'm saying this is because I discovered that for most people, what is stopping them from stepping out to go back to Africa and to go and do what they are planning to do, or what burden God has put in their hearts, is lack of money. So you see that book, you see a book that I put there near that is a book that I'm going to be releasing from tomorrow. That book is going to be on pre-order on Amazon tomorrow. So from tomorrow, that book will be there. And the title of the book is How to Find Money for Your Dream. How to Find Money for Your Dream. So to every one of you who are, to every one of you who are watching me right now, and to all of you who have a vision or a dream, I really want to call upon you and tell you that, you know what, your dream is possible. Your dream can come to pass. There is money and there are resources somewhere for your dream. That is exactly the reason why I'm talking today. For everybody because I have a burden for Nigeria, God has called me to go back to Nigeria, so I am looking for people who are partners, who are going to partner with me to go to Nigeria and to go and do not just my own plan, but your own vision. Your own vision. I want to partner and help in any way I could to bring to pass your vision, your dream. So this book is called How to Find Money for Your Dream. So the reason I'm looking for this partnership is to help people find money, or connect you to people who have money. Right now, because of the years of service and the years of relationship that I've been building, networking that I've been building, because of all these years of relationship that I've been building, I have people who will be able to partner and help financially to sponsor as many projects as possible, and it doesn't matter what the amount is, what the cost of the project is. So if you have a project, any project for Nigeria, like I said, not necessarily a business project, mostly humanitarian project, but also, if possible, business project as well. So any project that you have that will improve the life of Nigerians. The only problem is that I don't want, I would not like to support any project that is only for one state or one town, or for your own village or for your own street. That is too small. The only kind of project I can support, or I can accept, are projects that will have effect on all of Nigeria. So let's say, for example, you have a burden and a project to build schools. So maybe you are planning to build a school just for your town, or just for your village or to repair secondary schools or primary schools, but you only have a plan. But it must be written. It must be not just written as an idea. It must be a business plan. We must see the money that it will cost. We must see the proof and the backup that this is going to cost this amount of money, and because of you have to write all the project in full details with like a business plan out. You've got to write the justification for that amount of money that you need to bring that vision to pass. So let's say you have a burden just for a school in your village or in your state. I would not accept it unless you are also having a plan to duplicate it and multiply it to all 36 states of Nigeria. So if it's going to be a project that will affect the well-being of Nigeria for all of Nigeria, in all parts of Nigeria, then you are on board. Then we can partner with you. But this is an open invitation to every Nigerian or even every foreigner that has anybody. Maybe you want to do water system. Maybe you want to do waste to energy. Maybe you want to, doesn't matter what you want to do. Any project that you have in mind that you want to do that will better the life of Nigerians, maybe hospitals, maybe clinics. What I need is not just the idea where you write just words like letter, I want to do this and that. No. It has to be a comprehensive, laid out plan. You have to develop it as a project. It has to be a backup project that you have foundations for, that you have explanations for, and figures, and how much will it cost to do at least the model. How much will it cost to do one? Then, so if you can do one, then we could say multiply by 36 states. So that is how, then that project, if you send me a project like that, I think what I'm going to do, do I write I think all of you know my email. You write my email. I will be showing my email sometimes. So what we're going to do is, if you send me that project with your information, all your information, and most importantly, the backup, the arguments. You have to have the arguments. Why we need it, why it is necessary, and how much the expenses is going to cost. So how much you need to be able to bring your vision to pass. So if it doesn't matter how much, even if it's going to be $1 billion, just write it there. We are going to verify it. We are going to, critique it. And then you are going to be called most likely to defend it maybe. So, so those kind of people who have ideas or projects or, burden, plans, everything that you have. So my own part is to connect you with people who will be able to help with the financing. That is what I can do from my own end here. So if you have a burden for Nigeria, I have my own projects for Nigeria, but my own projects for Nigeria are very comprehensive. My own project is not going to cost $1 billion or 20 billion or 100 billion even. It's going to be much more than that. So my own is, that is the secondary project that I have, the comprehensive, the final project that I have for Nigeria. And that project is going to be to rebuild the whole of Nigeria. That is mind-blowing. So but before, that is plan B we have. That is project B. But plan A right now for Nigeria is to at least provide something to ease the standard of living of our people. So the very first thing we need to do is to at least bring some ease, bring some relief to our people, So anything that is what I'm asking for right now. Maybe it's an hospital, maybe it's something, but you have to have it back up, plan out. Now, if you are afraid that it might be stolen, you don't need to send everything to me. You don't need to send the whole project to me. At least just the argument, just the idea, so that everybody will be able to understand it, and then the expenses, how much it's going to cost, so that we'll be able to put it out there as something that we need financing for Nigeria. So that's why I'm saying an open invitation to everyone who has a burden for Nigeria. You need to be able to break down your dream. You need to be able to break down the burden that you have and put it in figures. Put a business plan behind it. Yeah, tell us how much it's going to cost, how much staff you need, how many people will it touch, what benefit will it bring to the country, how many lives will it change, the first year, the second year, you know, yeah, who are the people who might be able to carry out the project? Do you have the, the technical partners, the expertise? Do you have the knowledge? Do you know how to do it? Do you have the experts? So a lot of those, we will need to have a lot of those answers in your presentation. So do you have my address there, my email address? Let's show it so that people could see. So this is a special program, and this book that actually I've written it, but it just released. It's just going to be released tomorrow, in English language. It's going to be released tomorrow. In this book, one of the things that I've written as the subtitle is, if you have a vision, then the resources are already available somewhere. That is the point I'm making with this invitation, open invitation that I'm giving to everyone. If you have a burden, just believe me, if you have a burden, and if God has given you that burden, the reason why I'm coming out is to let you know that God has people everywhere, all over the world, that God has already given the resources through whom this vision could be executed. So if you have a burden, if you have a vision, God also has given other people. He has supplied the resources in the hand of other people. And you can write me, send your projects, your whatever, dream plans, business plans, send them to my email address. My email address is coming out right now. Yeah, that's it. pastor@godembassy.org. That's my email address. It will come to me directly. I will come back to you. So send all your projects, all your business plans here. Yeah, but at least it has to be standard. It has to be on a high level, right? Don't just write a few words and say, okay, I want to repair schools without any backup. You've got to back up your information with your figures and with statistics, with the reason and the. So some people might be asking how many pages. As many pages that will help you to be able to convey the message. As many pages as will help you to convey the message. So that's why I wrote this book at this time. And this book is the book we are going to use actually for our HMT, because we are going to help people we are going to teach people also to build systems on how to attract money for their projects, how to build systems to find money for whatever project they might have for themselves. So, so if you have a vision for Nigeria, if you have a burden for Nigeria, for any subject in regards to Nigeria that will help us and help our people have a better living standard, we have to all come together. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. It's my own life battle right now. It's going to be the most important thing I've done in my life. Everything I've done so far is nothing compared to. It's going to be my last battlefield, I think, in my life, and I'm going to gather as many people as possible to go with me to Nigeria. But especially, we need people of ideas, people who have already some burden, some idea. Like I said, if you're afraid that you have some unique projects or unique ideas that could be stolen, don't give us your know-how. Don't send the crux of your project, but send send enough for us to be able to know what it is about and the information that we need for it to be able to be accepted by people who will consider to finance it. So you need all the information that is possible. So, recently, I think it was was it this year? Last year, December, or early this year, a video came out, a film came out, a documentary came out about Nigeria and about my efforts to do something for Nigeria. And so a journalist who is a British journalist came here Yeah, he actually came here, I think, twice or so. But he came here and spent some time here with his whole crew, journalist crew, to do an interview with me on what we plan to do for Nigeria. He knows that we are planning to do things for Nigeria. And today also, I will try and show you some of my plans that I have for Nigeria after the video. So we are going to show the video now. But after the video, I'll come back and show you some of my own plans that I have. That is plan A. So what is the plan A? The plan A are the things that we just need to quickly do now, like emergency, to just bring relief to Nigeria. But the plan B is the grand plan that I have, which is the huge one. And that dream for Nigeria is to rebuild the whole of Nigeria. That one we cannot talk about here. That one is too much. It's too big. So that is the one I'm working on right now. But for all these things that I'm asking for, they will only be for plan A, because plan B, nobody can help us in that science almost. But we need a lot of specialists for that one. We need at least 200,000 professionals working on that one alone, because we want to rebuild. My own plan and dream is to rebuild the whole of Nigeria from scratch. Destroy everything that we have right down there. Just pull everything down. Put all those, I mean, if you go to countries, cities like, I come from Ogun State. If you go to Ogun State, you go to the capital of Ogun State, you will even be ashamed that is Abeokuta is even a capital of anything at all. I mean, it's so old and ancient, and I think the only thing that is worse than it in Nigeria would be Ibadan. Maybe not in Nigeria, at least in the western part of Nigeria. Ibadan is horrible. If you are flying into Ibadan or Abeokuta and you see from the plane, the roofs, just the roofs alone, it's like they have transported you back to 17th century or something. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, Lagos itself is horrible enough, but Lagos is like New York compared to all those places, you know. But so all of Nigeria, even Lagos, is horrible. I mean, the whole country we have, the only thing that is normal, that we can say is a town in Nigeria, is Abuja. Otherwise, all other places need to be reconstructed. We need to rebuild Nigeria. And that is my own lifetime challenge. People are saying we are crazy. We are going to replace it. We are going to replace the Nigeria that is there now. But I'm not going to talk about that one now. Let's leave that one down right now. That one is my own challenge. And it's my own burden. And that one, we are working on it already. But right now, while we are still working on that one, that is a long-term project. We need things to begin to be put in place as fast as possible. So that's the one we want to finance and want to help as many people as possible to bring their vision to pass, to make their vision and their dream to come to pass. So let's do the video. Let's go and see this video. Not the whole of it, just a few minutes, and then I will come back to show you some of the some of the level A project that I personally want to put in place before we do the rebuilding of Nigeria. Let's do the video.
Here's the little baby that is sick. The baby has been sick since birth. We're living in a country whereby if your child is sick, you have to pay to treat your child. If you don't have the money, there's a great chance that your child is going to die. How would you feel if your child is sick but you cannot afford to send your child to the hospital? We all gotta make a difference, man. I cannot stress this enough.
It's unfortunate that at this moment, well, we have to lose this baby.
We don't have a welfare system in Nigeria. People are suffering. People really, I came back from Nigeria not long ago, and I was actually literally in tears.
Nigeria has more resources. Nigeria had more promises. Nigeria had more prophecies. Nigeria had more religion. Nigeria had more prayer. Nigeria had more opportunity. So on that premise, I could say that we have not been moving fast enough.
Okay, don't worry. Let's just play. Let's just go ahead. Look, you know, when you say this is a country, this is not a country. This is an embarrassment to humanity. This is an open wound. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Human being, and you know, it's just like cattle. Like, you know, like you see cattle, they are not organized. Even cattle are more organized than this. This is not a place for human beings. In the 21st century, no human being should live under a condition like this. Look at this. All these things need to be dismantled. And the biggest problem is that this country is not organized. There is no structure, no organization. It's just a chaotic place. So what we need to do is that we will need to rebuild the whole land. But before we can rebuild it, people will not understand. We first of all need to come with our various projects to at least make the lives of these people easier a little bit. So any project that you have, we want to get behind you, we want to help you do it. But then later on, once people have seen that, we are improving their lives, then they will be able to buy into the idea of rebuilding the country. I mean, you would not see, maybe in Africa they have countries like this where just a bunch of people and a bunch of cars, everybody just together. Nobody should be allowed to live in such a undignified condition of life. Very, very undignified condition of life here. Yeah. Well, we are working on it. I have great ideas on how to do all this, how to fix all these people. The only problem, I'm praying that politicians will not stand on the way. But I think even the politicians, when they see what we are coming with, they will give way. But nobody should be allowed to live like this. This is dehumanizing, or this is dehumanizing. This is just humiliating, dehumanizing. Nobody should be allowed to live in a condition like this. Okay, let's go.
Nigeria is a country that I find absolutely fascinating. And so over the years I've worked with loads of people that are from Nigeria or involved in things in Nigeria. And I found the nation fascinating to explore, to research, to learn about, to get myself acquainted with. And in my research, I found that Nigeria is a nation that's trying to lift itself out of a terrible situation. And in my research, one of the people that are from Nigeria or involved in things in Nigeria, and I found the nation fascinating to explore, to research, to learn about, to get myself acquainted with. And in my research, I found that Nigeria is a nation that's trying to lift itself out of a terrible situation. And in my research, one of the people that I came across...
Stop. So can you imagine, this is an Englishman. Maybe I think it looks Indian as well. So I think it's English but Indian origin. I think, but it's English. He's born in England and lives in England, English citizen. So this English journalist, documentary journalist, he is doing research about Nigeria. When Nigerians, they are just running about trying to make a living, trying to survive, trying to make ends meet. Nigerian man will just think that man doesn't have anything to do. He don't get work. He doesn't have anything to do. He's wasting his time going. He paid his way to come and be with me here. For his, not just for himself, for his whole crew. They paid their way to go to Nigeria to do research. And so they are paying thousands of pounds just to do research into, Nigeria and why Nigeria is in the state that it is in. Why is it backward? What is happening to Nigeria? What is the future of Nigeria? And it is in the process of him researching about Nigeria and what is going to happen to Nigeria that he discovered Pastor Sunday. So we are going to go back to the film, Toka Nazadi. So let's see that. Let's continue that film, Toka Nazadi.
Nigeria is a country that I find absolutely fascinating. And so over the years I've worked with loads of people that are from Nigeria or involved in things in Nigeria. And I found the nation fascinating to explore, to research, to learn about, to get myself acquainted with. And in my research, I found that Nigeria is a nation that's trying to lift itself out of a terrible situation. And in my research, one of the people that I came across was a name kept cropping up, the name Sunday Adelaja. I'd met Sunday Adelaja about a year or two ago, and I found his work and his way of thinking fascinating. When I returned back to the UK, he's actually from Ukraine. When I returned back to the UK, I discovered.
Can you imagine? This person was researching about Nigeria. I am not in the UK. I've not been in the UK in 10 years. He discovered that one person that can do something about Nigeria is Sunday Adelaja, who can bring about a new Nigeria, reform Nigeria. So he flew here to investigate who is he. So after we talked, he said, if anybody can do it, it is this guy. He's been with Nigerian politicians, all kind of elites, but their way of thinking cannot reform a nation. So he came, spending his own money, all these things, to do this. But my own Nigerian people, they will come and be telling me all kind of rubbish. They will come and cover me with abuses, and because they don't see what I see. But thank God, a foreigner is seeing what I'm saying. And he believes when my people are full of doubts. Okay, let's go.
That he planned to relocate back to Nigeria. He's originally from Nigeria and he's been in Ukraine for 30 years, and he's planning to relocate there to cause and bring about national transformation within the next 5 to 10 years. A major, huge project, a huge undertaking. Now, I was fascinated with what he was trying to do, and I thought to myself, this would make an interesting documentary, and people be interested to know what he's trying to achieve, what he's trying to do. And when I explored and researched the work he was trying to do, it was such a humongous project, and he had put so much research into it, so much effort, so much thinking into it. And if there's anybody that could do this, he is the man. If there's anybody
for an Englishman or an Indian Englishman to say that, because he sat down with me for hours, 18 hours every day. We were talking, discussing, we were doing, he was looking at my research, he couldn't believe it. He said, even someone like this, despite how bad Nigeria is, he says, if Pastor Sunday is going to there, even people like them from England who are non-Nigerians are ready to come and join hands with restoring Nigeria. So let's keep on hearing what he has to say. Okay.
Project, and he had put so much research into it, so much effort, so much thinking into it. And if there's anybody that could do this, he is the man. If there's anybody who's got a track record like him, then that person can do the task that he's trying to do in Nigeria. Now, to a lot of people, it seems that what he's trying to do is just unattainable. He's just in a dreamland, and there's no way that he can do this. But let me tell you, he knows what he's doing. He has done it before. He has had amazing results in Ukraine, and he has been equipped over the last 30 years to be able to bring the changes that are necessary in Nigeria. So what I want to do is I want to speak to him. I want to ask him questions. I want to go and meet him and talk with him and just dig into his mind to understand how he's going to do what he wants to do, how he's going to achieve it, how he's going to bring the results. I mean, I know some of it, but I think I want to delve a little bit deeper and hear it directly from his mouth. And I believe that this is going to be an amazing time for Nigeria. The next 5, 10, 15 years is going to be transforming for Nigeria if he gets involved and he begins to do what he said he's going to do.
It was as the representative of Her Majesty the Queen that Princess Alexandra of Kent returned in the evening. She was about to hand over Nigeria's constitution. She was to wish Nigeria a great and noble future. This was the moment for which the country's leaders, in partnership with British authority, had patiently worked. In handing over the documents to the Federal Prime Minister, Her Royal Highness handed over sovereignty to a new nation. This was the dramatic takeover by the new nation's own green and white flag. This was the first session of the first parliament of the new Nigeria.
Nigeria secured her independence on October the 1st, 1960. Nigerians who witnessed it look forward to the building of a great nation. They dreamt of a Nigeria that would make a mark in the history of our world. How did the giant of Africa that seemed so promising at independence come to be so unstable? More than 50 years after independence, things really haven't changed that much. Rather, they have become worse. Most Nigerians would agree that the Nigerian project of the past 55 years has failed. Nigeria has become known as a country of failed leadership, and many have been left wondering how the giant of Africa came to be in the quagmire it is trapped in. There are many that are optimistic that Nigeria is about to come out of the wilderness of leadership failure. That era of leadership failure may now be coming to an end, with a new generation searching for lasting solutions to the quest for a prosperous and a just society. So what I've discovered is that there is an army of people around the world who are passionate about doing something in Nigeria and bringing transformation. Young people taking part in charitable projects, educational projects, political projects, and they're rising up to bring change in Nigeria. So I want to show you somebody that's doing an amazing work there in Nigeria.
Dion Osage, another day in Benin City, Nigeria. I cannot keep quiet to continue to watch my people suffer because of the greed of a few people. It's wrong. I grew up in this area, in this world. Look at what people have to deal with just to have access to their homes. Eh? Come, follow me.
So there's been many initiatives and programs implemented in Nigeria, and still they failed, and there's still corruption in Nigeria. Why is this?
Nigeria. The ones that have failed.
Okay. Yeah, my microphone is on. Yeah, so this man flew over to Nigeria, saw Osage, and took interviews. So a lot of Nigerians who are having burden, who are trying to do something in Nigeria, and how bad things are. For example, something like that, what Osage is doing, that is not the kind of thing I want you to write me for. Because what he is doing is an activism, is a passionate response, but it's a bit chaotic. I want you to send me projects. For example, if Osage wants to send projects, it's better for him to not just say, send me some money, send me, I will send this boy to school. No, you have to have it written down. That I want to have an outreach to people who are homeless, or people who are jobless, or people who are destitute. And you have to tell us the system, the structure. You have to have a structure for it. And you have to tell us how much outreach a day, how much would that cost? How much would the outreaches be in a year? How many workers? How much would that cost? How many cities will you cover? How much would that cost? How many states? How much would that cost? Then, it has to be a structure like a business plan. Not just, I want to do a good job, I want to help people, and then just send me money. No, those are chaotic stuff. Please, don't write me about those ones. It has to be projects, you understand? Business plans, okay? So send your own business plan or project with, statistics, with figures, with cost, and, justification for those costs. Send it to my email, pastor@godembassy.org. Let's continue with the video.
Nigeria politics in Nigeria, how it works. I don't know when he left Nigeria, but surely he is a man who has achieved quite a lot in Ukraine. But we must also recognize that Ukraine culturally and in many ways is different to Nigeria. The problem that we face in Nigeria is different from the problem Ukrainians face. I think my advice to Sunday would be to, I don't know how much homework he's done, to do his homework very well, and please do bring up well thought through plan that will benefit Nigeria. I don't know of Sunday personally, but having...
Well, I don't know this guy too. He doesn't know me. I don't know him. Not at that period. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. But he's not 90. They may have last lecture. So, but period. Yeah? But I'm doing my own work. And I think that God has prepared me for the past 30 years to undo Nigeria. And, 30 years is not a small time. It's a lot of time. And I want to believe that God has prepared me enough to be able to, fix my country. God has helped me in Ukraine. He's going to help me in Nigeria too. Okay, let's go.
You also have a question mark around Sunday. I'll be honest. He's a lovely man, but I do have question mark. And this is me echoing the concerns like the Orthodox Church in Ukraine have, the concerns so many people have around him. I think I want to echo that
this guy is
as
very
well.
Skeptical. Very skeptical about me, right? Not that period up here. So I hope that his questions will be answered. I think a lot of people are like him. I think he's just being sincere. I think it's just because I think he's one of the guys that this journalist found in Nigeria, and the journalist is evangelizing Nigerian about a Nigerian who is called Sunday Adelaja that is coming to reform Nigeria, and this guy said he has a lot of questions. Good. I hope I'll be able to provide the answers when we meet. Dash.
Well,
Sunday Adelaja is the founder and senior pastor of the Embassy of God in Kiev, Ukraine. By age 33, he had built the largest charismatic church in Europe, having started with only a few followers in a small apartment in downtown Kiev in 1994. He was born in a small village in Nigeria and became a Christian in March 1986, just before graduating from high school. After graduation, Adelaja left Nigeria after he received a scholarship to study journalism at the Belarusian State University in the Belarusian Soviet Socialist Republic. He is the author of more than 300 books which have been translated into numerous languages. Sunday speaks, preaches and teaches fluently in Russian. His church has been instrumental in starting over 300 rehab centers for drug addicts and alcoholics, situated all over Ukraine and Russia. Through the Love Rehabilitation Center, many thousands of drug addicts and alcoholics have been set free from their addictions. Thousands are fed daily at the church's soup kitchen in Kiev. The church also has a program for helping homeless people acquiring skills, thus helping them back into normal life and work. His work has been widely reported by world media outlets like the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, Forbes, New York Times, Associated Press, Reuters, CNN, BBC, and numerous other media outlets. Pastor Sunday has had the opportunity to speak on a number of occasions in the United Nations. He had the rare privilege of opening the United States Senate with prayers. He has spoken in the Israeli Knesset and the Japanese Parliament, along with addressing governments in several other countries. Sunday has also met with numerous celebrities and world leaders and is known globally for his transforming work that has impacted nations. He is known as an expert in national transformation. However, having lived outside of Nigeria for over 30 years, working with politicians, countries and governments, as well as being a student and expert in nation building and national transformation, his mentality has been greatly altered. He is convinced his years of experience can play a significant role in birthing a new Nigeria. Can he make a significant impact on Nigeria? For the sake of his country of birth, Sunday Adelaja has decided to relocate from Europe to Nigeria to join the efforts of Nigerians to create a better future for Nigeria, and indeed Africa. It is his plan to do something for every state by establishing concrete and tangible solutions. His primary concern is to bring improvements to the living standards and well-being of Nigerians, so that they can in turn assist their fellow Africans by alleviating their suffering. But these have not always been his ambitions.
Before, I was not thinking of Nigeria at all.
Okay.
I was thinking that I was never going to have anything to do with Nigeria. I thought that that was just my place of birth, and that I will only be going there to visit my relatives and never to do anything, not ever to have anything more to do with Nigeria. I'm comfortable where I am. I thought I was comfortable. I am comfortable in Europe, and I could go from Europe to any other continent in the world. I will be, welcome in Australia, in America, in Latin America, any continent, in Asia. So I never even considered that I will have anything to do with Nigeria.
One of the things you mentioned before is that in your church here in Ukraine.
Okay, we'll come back to this later. Let's let me go. Just me. I want to go back to I want to show my plans for Nigeria, just for people who are not familiar with some of my plans. Like I said, that I have two plans, two categories of plans. One plan is the temporary, just to improve the lives of people, and so I'm going to be showing that to you now. But before that, but after that, we have the grand plan. I have the I have the grand plan that that we seek to rebuild the whole of Nigeria. But can you show the masters? Some noise. Yep. There's net of card. There's net of slide of Tolka. Yeah, yes. So I want to show you, this is a preliminary draft of the executive summary for Nigerian the Nigerian Transformation Project. So the whole idea here, if you look at what is written here, projects accomplishment, you see I'm talking about local government. So we have local governments in Nigeria, and there are 774 of them. So my plan is that we will start some projects in each of these 774 local governments. My plan is to have 100 projects each. So that's why I want you people not to think local, not just to think about your village, about your own town, that anything you want to do must be for the whole of Nigeria. So that's one of the conditions for us to be able to accept whatever plan that you want to send to us. So whatever project you have, whatever burden you have, whatever plan you have, make sure it could be extended to all the 774 local governments. And when we are talking about systems, I mean during the election, when we spoke about especially the newcomers, the young aspirants, presidential aspirants, and I was talking about the fact that they don't have structures in place. Well, you are going to see a little bit of structure in my presentation today, but just a little bit of structure. But system is what we are going to teach in the next History Makers training. So if you have not registered for the next History Makers training, which is coming up in April, you might want to do that now, because it's coming up from the 8th to the 12th of April. So please go and register for that, 8th to the 12th of April this year, 2019. And go to sundayadelajablog.com/HMT, or just write to HMT, which is History Makers Training, at godembassy.org. So our idea is all the 774 local governments, a system, this is a structure. We take all the local governments and we plan to build 100 projects in each local government. So that will lead to, you guess right, that will lead to 77,000 projects. 77,000 projects at the same time. Now, we have APC in government, right? We have APC, and APC, they were talking about 500 projects they are doing right now in Nigeria at the same time. So that is the highest that has ever been done by any Nigerian government, 500 projects. But I'm talking about 77,000, not 7,000, not 1,000, not, the one they are having is not even 1,000 projects, 500 projects. I'm talking about 77,000 projects. That is the plan that I have. That is the dream that I have for Nigeria. But still, that is temporary. That is still not the grand plan. That is just plan A. Plan B is going to be much more grander than that. If you look at that chart that you are looking at now, okay, this is about the budget, the money that I'm raising to be able to do those projects. These are just my projects. I'm not even talking about your own that you are going to be sending to me. But if you see on the left side here, this blue side, you will see that is where we have the states. So we have from Abia State, we have Abuja, we have Adamawa, we have Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Borno, Cross River, Delta, all the 36 states and Abuja. Then the next block is the population. That is, nobody knows exactly, but that's the population Nigeria provides for each one of these states. Then you have local government areas. That is where you have, those are the amount of local governments that you have there. Then you have the project. So the third one is the fourth one is the project. That is where you see 100 projects in all the local governments. So that's what we are doing. So we have, like for example, Abia has 3 million something people, but how many local governments? 17 local governments. So those 17 local governments, will have each one, they will have 100 projects in each. So the project targets is what you see there. It will be that. So in Abia State alone, we'll be having 1,700 projects going on. In Abuja, 600 projects. In Adamawa, 2,100 projects. In Akwa Ibom, 3,200 projects. In Anambra, 2,100 projects. In Bauchi, 2,000 projects. Just because we want to be having 100 projects in each of those local governments. Then this is all the mathematics about the finances that I need for that. But don't worry about that. That one shouldn't bother you. So we have more states here: Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kogo. Just keep on going. So the population, that according to the one I had from 2011, was only 95 million, but right now we are 200 million. So then we have the same thing, local government areas, then projects per local governments is 100 per each local government. Then you have project targets. So altogether, it was going to be 43,000 projects, but really it's going to be 77,000 projects because, with Nigeria has grown from 100,000 to 200,000. So it's going to be about almost 80,000 projects at the same time. Now, don't worry about the financial details. That's for me. So now, what are the kind of projects that I'm talking about? So, for example, let's take the village health clinics, healthcare clinics. So we want to have in every local government a clinic that is world class, not big hospital, just a clinic that is world class where they could go for diagnosis. They will be given the diagnosis and they will be given the basic elementary treatment that is good enough for them to be sustainable and maybe to later go to a bigger place. But at least, so that kind of clinic will be in every local government. So every local government will have a clinic like this. So that's just one project. So, so if I have a model that one of such clinic, I want to build it in my village, that is not enough. I must duplicate it in every other local government. So that will make me to be planning for 774 clinics like this. So that's just one clinic, and then there will be 99 other projects like that. So, but I have my own projects, but besides my own, those are just the things I'm thinking about that are in my head. But you might have your own projects, your own ideas, your own vision. But these ones now that I've given here, this is not a project yet. This is just a plan. This is not, so when you want to send your own project to me, this is not a project. This is just a plan. This is just, because a project will mean that I will have to write down how much it will cost to build such a clinic, how much equipments will I need, what will be the cost, why do I settle for this particular company or this particular firm to provide these equipment, what are the other firms, what are the other competitors, well, did I choose the best, out of how many did I choose? I chose, let's say, all these equipment for such a clinic. They produce them in China, they produce them in England, they produce them in Korea. So I've done my research and I've said, yes, the best will be from Korea. And this is the amount they're going to cost. So to equip such a clinic, all the equipment that are needed are the list. I have to have the list of those things. Then I have to have how many people are going to work there. Then how much those equipments are going to cost. How much will the salary cost? Is there going to be any form of self-sustenance program there, or there would not be, and then the pharmaceutical supplies, how much would that be, the management. So that is what is called project plan or business plan, and all that has to be put in figures. So when you want to send me a project, this is the kind of thing I'm asking for. Not just to say, oh, Earth Village and then move on. No, you've got to break it down. So I will just quickly go now I will go through a list of the projects that I am working on. Maybe not through all of them, but through some of them. But these are still stage one of our reformational work for Nigeria, and that is not the main basic thing we are going to do. Is going to be at stage two, which will be our attempt to rebuild Nigeria into a modern, sophisticated 21st century country. But right now, this will just be the relief. Just while we're building a new country, they will have some relief. So healthcare is one. Primary school modernization. This is not building schools, but this is modernizing them. So this is what we have now. You see, in Nigeria. They are using pen to write. Who does that? Nobody does that. So the modernization will make it look like this, right? Instead of like that. So that is the idea. So, for example, healthcare center, this is what we have right now, or this one. But what we are going to have in future will be more like that. So then secondary school modernization. Right now in secondary school is similar to this kind of thing. But what we are going to be having will be similar to this, something like this. So then we have agriculture cooperatives. That's another thing I'm working on, just to be able to support agriculture in every local government. I will have one project supporting agriculture. So that is that one. And if you notice, you see that I have links, video links. Those are the videos that will take you to the standards and the models of what we want to create. So if we are talking about secondary school, we have the videos of how they will look. If you want to talking about primary schools, we have the videos of how they will look. If we are talking about village health clinics, these are the videos of how they will look. So what I've done with the videos is that I did research into the best of healthcare, village healthcare clinics everywhere in the world. So these are the videos. The best primary schools, these are the videos. The best secondary school, these are the videos. So that's the same kind of principle you have in all of the. So you have agriculture, the energy modernization. I have people here now that we're working with on bringing quick energy, stations, alternative energy into different places. So we can provide energy just for example, for a city or for a village, for a local government. So yeah, let's say local government. So we have, even from Ukraine, from Russia, not Ukraine, but from Russia, we have people that have system of just small energy that's just for the local government. Will serve the whole local government and without going into the grid. So anyway, we are working on that. So we have the video. Environmental cleanup is another thing we are going to be having. So we have the video of how that is done in the world. Then we have infrastructural modernization is another thing we're going to do. We are not going to wait for federal government. You see, one of the problems of Nigerians is that they are all waiting for federal government to do something. We will not wait for federal government, because if we are going to wait for federal government, we will never see a new Nigeria in our lifetime. So my own plan with my own, partners and people is that we will not wait for federal government. We will do what we can do as citizens. Just like Showore used to say, we will take our country back. We want to take our country back. But these are the kind of things I expected from people like Showore, the young, Mogalu, and all these political aspirants. These are the things they were supposed to be doing. Show me what you want to do. Show me, not just talk. But what they do is they will just talk. So infrastructure will be there, natural resource development, entrepreneurship development and small-scale businesses, rural development. So these are the things I am working on. But like I said, these are just stage one. Stage A, transportation, services, urban development, skills acquisition centers, affordable homes. I'm just rushing through them because I would like to also give you people opportunity to call into the program, all right? So we'll go back to the video after this, then I will let you call. By the way, if you want to call into the program, the way to call is just the normal way. Go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and when you get there, write that you want to call or you want to contribute. And if you know anybody that has good idea or good brain, that has good plans for Nigeria, let them send the plans to me. Or if they want to talk to me, let them write to me. We'll arrange for a call as well. So we have affordable homes. Somebody even presented something like this in our church. A Russian guy presented something about construction of homes in Nigeria. He is living here in Ukraine, but he's having burden for Nigeria. So we have then security. We want to help the military, with training. I have friends who can train the police and our military. We're going to bring them on and help them with some cars and sophisticated security devices. Okay, we are going to help churches as well. I'm going to help churches. Not that I'm going to build my own church or something. No, we're going to teach. We're going to do churchship in Nigeria. We're going to teach them how to do church by the kingdom, to make sure that kingdom first, church second, and the purpose of church actually. Then we are going to do women empowerment through cooperatives to empower widows, petty traders, single parents, and unskilled teenage girls. And by the way, all these things I'm writing right now, if you have a plan, because all these ones, these are just plans. I've not developed them into project yet. I've not developed them into, I have people developing each one of these one separate. But if you already have all these points, or any one of these points developed into a project or into a business plan already, come on, let's partner. Send them in. Let's partner together and work together. Why should I do so? Because I'm not going to be responsible. I'm still going to look for people to be in charge of these things anyway. So if you already have a burden for any of this and you've already developed them, why not? Go ahead and send us the plans and the projects and the business plan. So yeah, so we have single parents and unskilled teenagers, single mothers and people like that are going to be. Then reorientation and training for the public and private sectors. We are going to help businesses. Establishing microcredit and microfinance banks. My own dream is to do a microfinance bank that will be able to support 40 million Nigerians. And after Nigeria, we'll go to other African countries for sure. Then training for present and future political leaders. That's one thing we have done very well here, and we are going to do in Nigeria as well. All those talk that you are a pastor, don't talk about politics, that one doesn't, it doesn't concern me. We are going to train them, because what is going on right now is just, yeah. Then we are going to have feeding centers for extremely poor people, rehabilitation center for the homeless and mentally derailed people, all those mad people walking around the street. Well, God forgive us. Technical colleges, I don't want to build universities. I want to build technical colleges. Then Then we are going to have a big, we are going to have television networks, or either we are going to partner with the ones that are already there, or we're going to build our own. But media, we are going to be big on media. All these my messages that I'm doing on Facebook now, that's why I'm doing them. I'm recording them so that we'll be able to transmit them because when I go to Nigeria, I will not be sitting down doing something like this. It's just this time that I'm in you can say Ukraine arrest or home arrest or house arrest, which is not house arrest, but that's what I used to say to just laugh. Is God is using it for me to record all those videos, so we'll be able to use those videos. There will be enough videos to transmit once we get to the ground to Nigeria. Then we're going to have a law firm. What I want to do with the law firm is that I want to start a lawsuit against anybody that is oppressing any Nigerian, against all forms of injustice. We are going to have at least 200 or between 100 to 300 lawyers just working to file and fight for justice against the poor, the widows, and the oppressed. So that's one of the things I want to do. Then we are going to have investigation, like Secret Service, or what do you call it, detectives. We are going to have our own detective firms that is going to be doing detectives to find out what is going on and be able to tackle the problems of the nation. Then we're going to have, centers where we are going to do public debates and public hearings. So just like what Berekete family is doing, yes. So we are going to support that Berekete, and we are going to make sure we do it in every state. Then we are going to be doing history makers training. Yeah. I'm going to be doing history makers training. We're going to be encouraging libraries and books in schools and everywhere. We're going to be doing symposium, colloquiums, seminars, roundtables on national issues on regular basis. We're going to be entering into legal partnership with the government, with different people. We're going to have think tanks, people working out solutions to all kind of different problems. We're going to have book distribution and publishing centers. We're going to have we're going to transform the books to video games, board games, films, talk show, TV programs. We're going to be running TV programs all the time on H-Book. We're going to do mass educational projects. We want to, the economic empowerment, how money, the laws of money. We're going to do skills crusades. It's going to be empowerment crusades or skills crusade. We're going to be having mentorship program. I plan to have 5 million people on that one. We're going to also be having partnership programs with international institutions and businesses. We're going to be having scholarships and grants given out to people in every state. We're going to also be having scholarship for pastors and full-time ministers. We're going to be having social network projects and skills acquisition needs, architectural buildings, automobile and automatic vehicle trade, aviation, building construction, railroad construction trade. These are the new trades we want to introduce in Nigeria. Maritime construction trades, construction, health and safety trades, civil and structural engineering trades. People who are not, so we want to encourage people not to go to university alone, but to be going to technical colleges where they could learn things like this. Electronics, electro technology, food technology, footwear, mechanical technology and trades, real estate of evaluation, security and locksmith, surveying and spatial information services, allied health services, media, agrotechnology and farming technology, training programs that could include the following. That would be a lot of transformation plan for local governments. Okay, well, transformation plan for local governments. These are things we want to do. The functions of local governments, Abia State, the money that we will need. These are our plans for every local government. These are the list of the local governments. This is the population, the amount of money we will need to be able to transform Abuja, how much money we will need. These are all for me. Adamawa states, how many local government, how much money we'll be able to need to sponsor 100 projects there. Akwa Ibom, how much money we need to be able to sponsor 100 projects. Anambra states, Bauchi states, and the calculations. Bayelsa state and the calculations we will need. Benue state, Borno state, Cross River state, Delta state, Ebonyi state, Edo state, Ekiti state, Enugu state, Gombo state, Imo state, Jigawa, Kaduna state, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa, Niger, Ogun state, Ondo state, Osun state, Oyo state, Plateau state, River state, Sokoto state, Yobo state, Zamfara state. And so all the states will have projects that we are running concurrently to be able to help all these, so it's going to be a comprehensive plan. So these are my own projects and things but it's just stage A. But this is not even the final thing we want to do in Nigeria. The big thing, the real main thing is something I cannot talk about now, but I will talk about it at HMT for the people who are coming for HMT, because I'm going to be teaching them about systems, and I will use that, how we build systems. That one will be a system for Nigeria for the next 50 years. So we'll tell them and show them how we built that system for Nigeria, to build for a new Nigeria for the next 50 years. So, but I want to partner with all of you guys, and for especially people who have plans, who have already done their own works, who have already developed their own projects. Get in touch with me. That's my contact there, pastor@godembassy.org. Get in touch with me, and that should be Stayala Hadila. So get in touch with me, send your projects to me, and we'll see what we can do to help especially how to find the money, because that's my new book. That's my new book right there, how to find money for your dream. So this is what this is all about. This is why I'm asking for your projects. Send them in. It doesn't matter. Don't limit yourself. Just any amount it will cost. We are still going to do our own research anyway. So just be objective and send all the projects and the plans that you have. But it has to be with figures, with backup, and with proofs that those things are real, what you are planning to do. So I'm going to allow you to call in. If you want to call in again, you go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and write to us that you want to call. Meanwhile, let's go to the video. While we are going to the video, we'll be waiting for those of you who want to call into the program.
You have seen quite a lot of success with helping drug addicts and alcoholics, and then you've also empowered them to go back out and to replicate what's happened to them in others. And how has that been significant for you here, and how is that significant in what you plan to do in Nigeria?
Well, I think what God has done with me here is that God has used in a microscopic manner, God has used my experience in the Ukraine to teach me with the sound or something? What I need to do on a larger scale back in Africa. Because here, for example, we've been able to help rehabilitate and restore to the society over 42,000 really alcoholics and drug addicts and their relatives that were not just, they don't just stop drinking or doing that, but they become successful people involved in different areas of life and contributing back constructively to the society. And that has been an experience that has helped. But when we go to Nigeria, we're not going to have too many drug addicts or things or alcoholics. It's going to be different. We already have Christians who just need to be given direction. Right. So we want to be able to train them on how to get involved in transforming every aspect of the society as an individual. But that is the skill that God has given to me. That is the knowledge and that is the experience that the 30 years of my life in the former Soviet Union here has taught me. Now I can bring that to bearing in Nigeria and help Nigerian people not just to practice their faith in the four walls of the church, but to also be able to bring that their faith into the economy, into the political sphere of life, into the media, into the technology, science and technology, medicine, family, and every other sphere of the economy and social life.
Well, one of the things I heard you say in one of your interviews or talks is about, and I think there's a principle here that applies more than just the action, is about people in Nigeria pirating your books and breaking the copyright. So your approach was totally different, but there's a principle in the way you're approaching that problem.
Yes, because, you know, when you hear that people pirate or people do bad things, like pirating my books, they're actually stealing from me. So they're making money stealing my intellectual property. Now, when I look at that, I say, okay, that money that they're stealing from me, does it really make any difference for me? No, I don't care. I just need the word to go out. And I see that they are stealing it, but they're still spreading the word. Right. So I could gain, we could make this into a win-win. So why don't I just reach out to them? So what I've done is that I've done that, but I'm going to even do that more. I'm going to reach out to all the pirates. I'm going to give them comfort that they should not worry about being arrested or anything. And that, you know, I have done things wrong. And you know, I know that that does not define me. It is evil. I mean, it is dangerous when we begin to define people by their failures and by their sins or their weaknesses. So even though these people are stealing my intellectual property, if I say they are only thieves and there is nothing good in them, at least I see them working hard, even though they are working hard stealing, but they are spreading the word. So why can't I just reach out to them with mercy and forgiveness? So I've decided to forgive all the pirates, pirating my books and stealing my books.
So the approach you're taking is very, very Christ-like. You know, he's not just seeing the thief or the adulterer, as everyone else is saying, stone this person, kill this person. You know, this person is a thief, this person is gay, this person is. You're seeing something different. And you're taking. You're seeing the good in them.
A lot of those guys that were called criminals here, that were called alcoholics and drug addicts, they've turned out to be politicians, businessmen, successful, just because I've refused to stigmatize them and I've refused to say this is who you are in totality. You know, if somebody that is, let's say, a gay person right now, that is horrible. We don't approve that lifestyle. We think it's a sinful lifestyle. We don't support it. But I still see that I stop calling gay people because I think it's offensive. If I am doing something wrong right now, let's say, and then you begin to call, identify me and call me and brand me or name me by what I do wrong. So, you know, if we try to just say he's just gay, that's the only. I mean, you name him the gay.
You're pushing that person away.
Yeah, you remove all the other qualities, all the other good things that might be present in him. You're removing it. That same person might be the best student in his class. That same person might be the best worker in his company. The same person might be a job giver, a job provider, but you have stigmatized him. And when we name a man just by his weakness, we should not identify people by their failures and by their weaknesses. We should not use that to give them identity. You know, I know what I'm talking about, and I know I'm getting people that were down and out, that were outcast, that were regarded as nothing and nothing good will ever come out of them. And I see good things coming out of them. I see them becoming better than the good ones. So I'm going to stick my neck to it.
Wow.
Yeah. So all those pirates and other people, you know, I just want to understand them, where they are coming from, and reach out to them. And I think love wins at the end of the day, because Jesus says you should not overcome evil with evil. Because if you try to use evil, I mean, if, you know, like, okay, we're going to condemn you, we're going to put you in prison, we're going to charge you, you are bad. So to use evil to try to amend evil, it doesn't work. It only multiplies evil. Right. But if you want to really overcome evil, you must find love, kindness. So only love can overcome evil. Only good can overcome evil. That's the approach I try to use.
Now, one of the things that you're looking to do is empower people economically and the nation economically. What are your plans in that area?
I want to, my dream before I leave this earth is to help release and deliver 40 million people from abject poverty.
Let me just ask this question first. What's the situation in Nigeria with poverty?
It's very bad.
Okay.
The average standard, the poverty level in Nigeria is $2 a day.
Wow, okay.
That's very bad. And, you know, so most people in Nigeria, maybe 50% of the people will be living on $2 a day. Maybe more than 2%, 50% of the country. So it's really bad.
So it's like in India where you'll have
the rich and the extremely poor.
Yeah, so you'll have the most expensive house in the world here, and next to that will be poverty.
Yeah,
okay.
That's exactly what we have.
Okay, so you were saying about some of the things you're going to do to tackle.
Yeah, so the way I plan to approach poverty alleviation in Nigeria is to empower people who are most vulnerable,
right,
especially women,
okay,
uneducated people, youth that are unemployed, that are graduates. So I want to start a very widespread microfinance kind of outreach. You know, a popular microfinancing outreach that will empower and give out smaller loans to people who are most vulnerable. So to men and women and who are not educated or they are not skillful, but they want to do something with their life. That's number one. Number two thing that we want to do, we want to go to every local government, every local structure in Nigeria, like every province, and empower people agriculturally. We want to empower the men and the local people and the youth to start something on the ground, to do something with agriculture. That's number two. Number three, I want to start technical colleges. There are a lot of Nigerians who are very ambitious, but not all of them could get to tertiary institutions like university on the highest level, but they are just somewhere missing. So we want to really popularize technical, the technical colleges where they could learn trade and skills. So that is, I want to be able to build a lot of those kind of technical colleges all over the country, and use that so that they will be able to do things with their hands and be able to also make a living for themselves. Okay. So that is a few of the things that we are planning to do. And I eventually want to also start a movement of helping people. I'm writing a book right now, Why You Must Never Look for a Job. I want to stop the mindset that has been sold to us from the West that you must look for a job, that you are going to get education to get a job. I want to really reverse that in my country. I want to educate people and change the mindset of people from looking for job into creating job. I want people to know that they are the greatest investment, they are the greatest resource that need to be invested in. They need to invest in themselves, and that their skills and their aspirations, their potentials, their abilities are worth developing, and those are the things that will become products that will be marketed and give them everything they need. Nigerians are really very ambitious and they are very passionate people, and so I think they have enough in them that they should develop rather than going to market and sell themselves to some Uncle Sam system of trying to get monthly salary or something like that. So I want to release that book, and I think that is going to really help change the mindset, because right now what we have in Nigeria is that we have all these graduates coming out of colleges and universities looking for jobs, and they don't have jobs because they've not been taught to create jobs for themselves. And we want to reverse that, so that instead of 99% of the people looking for job, we will turn it down to at least just maybe 75% are doing things for themselves, maybe only about 25% looking for job, needing to look for job. That's one of my goals.
Okay, so you were invited to the Clinton Foundation a number of years ago. Why was that?
Yeah, because Bill Clinton said he's heard about me and of the work I was doing in Ukraine. So he said he was encouraged by that, even though he was also aware of some of the negative, bad stories. But he knows, he said, being the president, he knows exactly how communism works and how KGB and how your name could be. But he said for a black man to go to a different culture from Africa, and not just Western culture where it's already a popular sight to see people from Africa or other cultures, you know, competing equally on equal grounds. He said, but when you go to a place where they are not used to seeing someone like you, and where you are not so well welcomed or not even welcomed at all, and then you need to pave the way for yourself and try to really, and then to be able to you know, impose yourself and your visibility upon the whole nation on the level of the country, that you are the kind of person that the world needs to hear.
Okay, so basically, if you can do it here in Ukraine, it's going to be much easier for you to do it.
Do it, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So you're going there very confident.
Absolutely.
And trying to repeat or even do more. Yeah,
because I have the formula,
okay,
and I have the algorithm, and also the experience. You know, what I've come to understand is that the 30 years I've been living here, I've been living here for 30 years, it's unbelievable. The 30 years that I've been living here is like going to school. It's more like my preparation.
So you did this without the experience?
Without the experience, yeah, can you imagine that?
So now you're going with
now with the experience and with the potential, I mean with the resources as well. So okay, I'm going like with, just from here, with over 200 people coming with me from Russia here. But then with another 2,000 people from all over the world, from England, from America, from, you know, all over the world.
But you came here without any...
Without any, just by myself. And I say, yeah, no experience,
Single
no potential, just one person, yeah. So it's going to be much more easy. And then I have more resources now. I have, you know, material, human, all kinds of resources that will help me to be able to hit the road running when I get to Africa.
Well,
I want to reach out to every local government and plant a clinic, put a clinic there. Another thing I want to do is to go to every local government and award scholarship to students from Muslims, Christians, doesn't matter, to everybody. And I want to take community outreach to even Muslim communities and build hospitals for them, find out if they need a mosque and build a mosque for them, you know, just to bring harmony, understanding, and more peace and peaceful coexistence among our people. So, and this microfinance is going to be for the Muslims as well as for the Christians. So it's going to, so I want to really be able to do things that will not just be one thing, and that's one of the reasons why things have not worked in a lot of places in Nigeria. Okay. Not just one organization that's trying to serve the country. I want to go into every local, the very local place, and offer them to, do some things for them that they need in their locality, not minding where they live or what religion they have and things like that.
Right. Okay. Very interesting that you say about helping to build mosques.
Yes.
Some people find that very controversial.
Yes, I think a lot of Christians, that might be one of the challenges I might face, with a lot of Christians thinking that how could you talk of building mosque for being a pastor? How could you build mosque? Well, if we want to live in one country, if we want to live in a country that is where we're going to respect and love each other, I think that we need to do some very radical acts of love to the other side, and let them be convinced about the fact that our religion is not just a religion of peace, but it's a religion of love. And we don't just talk about it. When we say Christianity is a faith of love, that we demonstrate it. I really want us to demonstrate Christianity to these people, to the Muslims in Nigeria, not by preaching to them and trying to convert them the way we have done in the past. What Christians have done in the past is just trying to go to convert them, and that way we try to love them by converting them. But what about doing it the opposite? What about going to meet their needs, to find out what they need, including building mosques for them and building hospitals for them, building schools for them. I think we will be better received if they see that we are not coming to bring division to their community, and we are not coming to enforce them to believe the way we believe, but we actually honor them and their faith as well. I think when we do that, it will give them a better understanding to know that we are the same people. And just like we want them to be happy as well. Just like we want ourselves to be happy, we wish ourselves well, we wish them well as well. So I think by acting that out in practical sense, it will be much more easier to convey the Christian message to them. That's what I think many Christians, I'm bracing myself to a lot of questions and maybe even opposition from my Christian brethren for doing this. But, you know, I'm kind of convinced this has to be done. Just like the same thing, people ask me, how do you intend to deal with the problem of armed robbery and security in Nigeria? And I said, what I plan to do is to go on television and say, if you are a young man or woman there that is involved in armed robbery, I want to give you, in the name of God and in the name of our organization, an amnesty program. I want to appeal to every armed robber in the line, and I sign a contract, and I will show them the paper. I have a contract with the police that they will not arrest any one of you that will come here to meet with me between this period. This whole week, we're having an amnesty program. All of you could come, as many, I get a stadium or a facility that will be able to take as many people as possible. As long as you come here, what do you need? Why do you do armed robbery? Is it not just to get money? You want to get money? Okay. What about if I offer you money without armed robbery? Because when you do armed robbery, you put yourself to risk. You risk your own life, but also you risk the life of many other people that you are robbing. That might it might get violent and dirty. So why do you need to rob to get? If your goal is to get money, let's give you money. Let's give you skills and other ways and avenues of making money without going through the risk. Let's remove the risk factor. But that is not just the argument. My argument is this. I know exactly what you feel. If you become an armed robber, I want you to know that everybody is saying that you are bad. Everybody is saying that you are evil because you are an armed robber. But let me tell you what. I was as bad as you. I was as bad as you, and somebody had mercy on me. I was forgiven. I was given a chance. And I want you to know that I'm not going to call you a robber. I'm not going to call you a criminal. I know that some situation must have forced you into that. And if we will reach out to you and try to let you know that we understand, because when you come out of college and you don't have a job, when you need to feed your family, when you see your mates riding cars and living in luxury and you don't have anything, maybe you are forced into it. And if that is the situation and you really want to, give yourself a better chance of life, I want to offer you that contract. And I'm guaranteeing you that nothing will happen to you if you will come here. We have this contract, and if anything happens to you, I'm responsible. So I want just to reach out to you, just like somebody gave me that chance. I know what it means to have nothing. I know what it means to be forced to compromise your conscience and to compromise your faith. So I just want to say, I see you, that originally everybody was created good by God. Originally everybody is good. Nobody was born evil. Nobody is born an armed robber. You are not born an armed robber. Let's open a new page. Let's start afresh. Let's do something to change your situation. And I'm guaranteeing you, I've done it before in Ukraine. In Ukraine here, we have 10,000 people who are former drug addicts, former alcoholics. And these drug addicts, they were petty thieves and armed robbers as well. And we have restored them back to the society. I've done it before. And I'm going to get a few people to come out with stories and say that I was one. I'm from Ukraine, I'm from Nigeria, to say that we used to be armed robbers. God gave us this chance. And so all of you. So I'm going to say we are going to send some of you abroad. We are going to give some of you training here. We are going to just help you get back on your feet and become a normal person. That is possible. So that's what I want to do to try to bring back the stem of criminality and armed robbery. There is a young Nigerian right now that is making dolls and is running Barbie out of town. Okay. Right. So why don't we support? So I would like to get that kind of guy and say, why do you just make that? Everybody now wants to buy his own, dolls because they look more like Africans and they are darker and they are, they wear the African traditional dresses and things like that. Unlike Barbie, that's just American, white American baby. And so why don't we use that and turn it into a transnational, multinational company, an international brand? So I want to get someone like that, put investment in him of how much money he will need, or help him attract as much money necessary to make that into an international brand. So so that way we have 50 countries in Africa, over 50 countries, and over 1 billion people. Then we have another 400 million people living in other continents who are black people. So let's build an international, multinational corporation like that. So that is one thing I would like to do. Nigeria has so much potential, and especially the energetic people of Nigeria, intelligent people, and then the sheer number of people there. And so I think before I die, Nigeria could become in the top 10 of countries of the world. But in the next 10 years, I think Nigeria will definitely be in the top 20 countries of the world. Especially if I go back to Nigeria, we are going to see Nigeria in the top 10, in the top 20 in the next 10 years.
So undoubtedly the children are the future of Nigeria. So that
if anybody who wants to call to the program, the way to call to the program is to go to Facebook Messenger and look for Move Agents. Move Agents. If this is something that appeals to your heart, if you want to do something, if you have some burden for Nigeria, unfortunately, I'm even afraid we might not even have any Nigerian that has a plan or that has a project about Nigeria. I think every Nigerian just wants to survive. I think most Nigerians are just living on the level of survival. Not that I'm speaking low of Nigerians, but I'm just thinking of these Nigerians that are in Europe. Most Nigerians that are abroad, they are just here for survival, and not too many of them on that level to reason in the way I'm talking right now, in the way of projects, plans, business plans, and all these these things are too big for them. They are just concerned about making a living for themselves and surviving. So maybe they send money to their relatives or they build a house. Even the ones that have money, when I see the way Nigerian footballers are spending their money, it's all about building a house in their village and getting a car, fancy car. Not too many people are really concerned about the country. They are thinking the politicians are supposed to do that. That's very bad because we are not thinking big. But I'm now telling you that, you know what, you only need the ideas and prepare your papers that, it's possible I'm going to be able to find you money for it, for anything you want to do. So what do you want to do? What is in your heart to do if money were not to be an hindrance? So if money is not an issue, what is it that you would like to do? Can you prepare it? Can you put it together? That's exactly what we're asking you for. That's what we're asking you for to do. So let's see if we have some callers. Yeah, and while we're calling the callers back, like I said, the way to do it is to go to Facebook Messenger and Move Agents and let us know that you want to call. Do we have one already? Okay. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, DSA.
Yes, sir. Can you speak louder? Who is calling from where?
My name is Ibokole. I'm calling from Berlin, Germany.
Yes, sir.
So actually, I'm from Cameroon.
Okay.
Been following you for almost three and a half years now. and I'm so proud of you. This is one of the best breed the Lord has brought to the black race in this generation.
You see, Ibokore, let me tell you what, I have people on the platform now, even right now as I'm talking, who are from Cameroon, and they say, you Nigerians, you don't want Sunday Adelaja. We will take him in Cameroon. We will take him.
But that's what I told my friend yesterday. I have a friend here who called you, who called Joshua is a pastor.
Yes.
I told him the Nigerians don't want him. We will take him after a prophet is never known at home. Yeah.
So you told him the same thing?
I told him the same thing. I say, you don't want him. We will take him and we'll make the best of it from him, you know. Yeah.
Cameroonians are more passionate about DSA than Nigerians. Nigerians are angry at me.
Yeah. You are taking over from people like Tibu Joshua,
yes.
Suleiman, the two people ruling Cameroon now. You know, we don't have no famous man of God. Our most famous man of God, John Chi, he was a student from Tibu Joshua. So they are all students in Cameroon. They are learning from Nigeria. But a great man like you, I'm so proud of you. Actually, the point I want to make today is, you know, we've had such things too, like people in Cameroon who has some good intentions. Like I remember one friend of mine called Disonge Obie. He had a hotel and he had a good plan of making something, bringing something to the community of Kumba, where I'm from.
Yes.
But you see, the jealous and the zealous elites, like the chiefs and a couple of some other names that I don't want to call, because I don't want to have problems when I go to Cameroon.
Yeah, the educated ones.
Yeah, the elites.
Yeah, the elites, yes.
Yeah, they fought him and asked him to give them the money for them to construct the roads, and as usual, they'll eat the money.
They eat, you know, I already fell into that problem before. I sent $500 million home for them to help me build microfinance institution to give money to poor people. The money disappeared, my brother.
Oh, it's like normal in Cameroon. Yeah. We've been like the most corrupt nation for quite a while now. We took over from Nigeria, and we are leading. We are really doing good in it. So what I also wanted to let you know is that you see this kind of agenda you have. I mean, when I listen to you, it just blows my mind. And I also want you to know that, you know, the forces of evil are also gaining ground. They are seeing what you plan, and they are also preparing a counter. That's what you should know. You should know that the elite force, they know that for them to remain up there and be making a good living as usual, the peasant has to be kept at bay.
Yes.
So now you're trying to empower the peasants. You're trying to bring them out from the cave and the slavery they have been for all this generation. So you should know that you'll be surprised the people that will go coming against you. You see the GOs, you know, the ministers, those people that have been enjoying from the status quo, they will be the people fighting you. You'll be surprised, you know. It's just like what I told my friend too, that, you know, when this great guy in Nigeria, Daddy Freaks started his movement, you know, the big GOs. When I talk of the big GOs, you know, like the Oyedepo, Adeboye, and the one in England.
Yes.
And all of them, they whipped him to silence.
Yes.
But you see, God wasn't sleeping. God had to go inside of them and pick you who is of their level.
Yes.
Another big fish like you. So when God brought you and you started talking the same thing that the fish is talking, you see, all of them went silent.
Yeah, they are not. I wonder why they are not challenging me. They are not talking about. They are only criticizing that.
No. DSA is a big fish. DSA is their level. DSA is their mate. You understand?
Yeah.
So they can beat Daddy Fish to silence and any other one of them. But when it comes to DSA, they know this is a big fish. It's also like one of us. We don't joke with this level. That's why none of them can stand up to you. None of them can say nothing to you. And I thank God for using you from that same category of GOs to put some senses into their heads. And before long, you realize that when you go to Nigeria, some of them will begin to join you.
Yes, I heard that there is one. I heard there is one that has. I heard that there is one that has joined now. They call him Abel Damina. He used to be one of them too in Nigeria, and he has joined.
I used to listen to him. His program of tithing. He was like for tithing and so on. Then later, when he got wise earlier. I mean, he's a smart guy. He got the message and he switched.
He switched. He switched very fast.
You know, a lot of them will switch. But as I put it, there are some of them that I think will be hard for them to switch because for them it's like switching, it's like losing them. Somebody like Adeboye or Yedupo and those big names, for them to switch to come to the real scriptures, for them it's like they'll lose everything, and it's better for them to stay where they are till the end than to switch. They consider the switching like bringing them down low.
Yeah.
But I pray that they just have to fall on the right things. I'm so proud of you. I thank God so much for bringing you at this time, because everything happens for a reason. I thank God for what He's doing what He is using you to do, and I'm so amazed when I look at your portfolio, and I said, how can this happen from Nigeria? Because the reputation of Nigerians around is like nothing good can come from there anyway. Nothing good can come from Nigeria. But you see, because I think from my Christian knowledge, Nigeria and the Geos and whatever, that's the nation that has greatly perverted the Christian doctrine.
They've destroyed it.
Yeah, so it's good that God is using still another Nigeria to redeem it.
To clean it up.
Yeah. Let the world be jealous. Let them say what they want to say. But so long as you are on the right track, you are not just on the right track, you are using the scriptures to beat them. That's what Daddy Freeze used to beat them up.
Yes.
Daddy Freeze used the scripture and beat them up, and no one could start up to him. But they could just threaten him with their power and the authority they have with the men with power in the nation and so on. But God did the right thing, using a shark to chase other sharks.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Very smart. Very, very wise words you have spoken.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your call. Blessings.
Thank you, too.
Okay. All right, guys. Like I said, we have a new book coming up. And this new book will be released tomorrow on Amazon. It will be released tomorrow on pre-order, tomorrow on Amazon. This is it. How to Find Money for Your Dream. So this is a book that will help you to find money for anything you want, for any project that you want to do in your life. So this is a unique book. I don't think you've ever read any book like this in your life. And but it's going to be on pre-order, maybe $3. From tomorrow, it will be like that kind of amount for maybe a week, and then it will go to the normal price. I think we have a call. Do we have a caller?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma. Who is calling from where?
My name is Bossede. I'm from Luxembourg.
All right, Luxembourg. How are you, Bossede?
I'm fine, sir.
Nice to hear from you today. Is it the first time you are calling?
It's the very first time I'm calling, and I'm so happy, to speak with you today.
My pleasure. By the way, you have the same name as my wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy because I've really tried so many times to call on this program, but it's never been successful.
Well, you got through at the right time now.
I'm so happy because when I heard that there's nobody calling in, and one guy called him, I was like, "This is an opportunity."
God's time is the best for God's time is the best for you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful work. It has been some months ago now that I started following your program.
Okay.
And the very first program was on this very day that you were talking about your family background, how they use fake prophecy to destroy your family. I was online that very day, and your story just seems like the story of my family. I was weeping.
Wow.
I wanted to call him that day, but I don't have the energy because I was so emotional. I was crying, and everything that you were saying on that day was inside my head. I was like, God, this story really looks like my story, like my family story.
Wow.
How fake prophets have used their fake prophecy, you know, to destroy my family and everything. And I remember the very day, one of your relatives or so called him in that same program, and he gave his own testimony about it and all stuff.
Yes.
So ever since that day, I said, no, this is the kind of pastor that I've been looking for all my life, and God has finally helped me and heard my prayer. So I was so happy. And this evening, when I heard about the project that you're planning for Nigeria in making Nigeria great again, I was so happy. I've been online since. I'm a silent watcher anyway, you know, because I'm calling you now with my son's profile. He's one that has this very Facebook.
Yes.
And I'm very happy. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank you and to thank God for your life. And I pray that God should continue to empower you.
Amen.
And give you more wisdom and give you long life.
Amen.
To be able to fulfill all what he has. Because I know it's God that called you for this. It's not you. Because this is not, it's a divine something. This is not you. It's really a divine something. And I'm so happy. I don't even know what to say because I just feel like crying. I just feel like this is an angel, like I'm talking to an angel right now. You know, I don't know, because I don't know, anytime I listen to your program, I just feel like jumping into the television or into my phone to call you, like, are you truly a human being or an angel? I said, no, I don't think this is real. Even this evening with my son, I said, no, this man is an angel. This is not an ordinary human being. This man is an angel. God has finally heard the voice of Nigeria, and God will continue to empower you and give you more wisdom, and you'll be able to fulfill all what you have planned to make Nigeria great through this your project. I'm so happy, and I'm going to be a part of this project. This is what we're looking for. And I think finally our prayer has been answered.
Amen.
God will bless you. He will bless everything that belongs to you, your family, everything about you, and He will protect you throughout this project. Nothing will happen to you or any of your family. I'm so happy I will be part of your project. I've done something similar to this because it's not easy. I'm in Luxembourg, I'm a single mother, you know, and of recent I lost my dad, and I tried to do something, you know, and I even discussed it with one of my uncles, like, these are the things that our politicians should look into. People are suffering. Imagine there's an area now in Nigeria, because I'm from Ibadan. Originally from Ibadan. And they don't have water there. A lot of people, they are suffering, you know, just water, ordinary water.
Ordinary water.
Yeah, they don't have water. It's so terrible. Of recent, I tried to write up a project. I will send everything to you later after the program.
Okay,
then
okay.
You'll get to see what I want to do more of that. I want to do more of that. If I can be supported, I want to do it. I really want to do it. This is it. The time has come. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you very much, Pastor Sunday Adelaja. I'm so happy.
You are a single mother, and you are taking responsibility of such a huge responsibility upon yourself. You also are like an angel too. You are like an angel too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I've been hoping that God should rise up people like this. People should say that there's nothing on this earth. There's nothing that we are saving money in the bank, saving things, having millions of shoes, of clothes, whereas your neighbor is there without nothing. You know, it's so sad that our government, they are not even seeing all those things. These are things that we can fix on our own. If we can cooperate as one Nigeria, I believe Nigeria will become great. It will become great.
Yes.
I'm so happy that God is rising you to do this. I don't know. I have all this dream. I always think about things like this. The very first day I listened to your program, I said, this man reason like me. God, where is this man coming from? I start to make some research on the internet about you. I say, I want to know where this man is coming from. Who is he? So I write so many things about you. I always visit your blog, read what is going on there. I say, God. And with this one, no. You surprised me. You surprised me. I just feel like weeping. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Pastor Sunday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God will give you the grace to be able to fulfill all those things that you've just spoken about on this your program this evening. We do it in good health and not in death. By the grace of God, all is well. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will be part of this. I will be part of it. I will be part of it. I will send you all the project that you see what I'm planning. Thank you so much, Pastor Sunday. God bless you. God bless you. God bless everything about you. God bless you. And God bless Nigeria. God bless the whole world. I want the world to change. We're not going to stop in Nigeria alone. We're going to extend this to so many other countries that are suffering, that need help in the world. And God will stand by you and everything will work out for good. Thank you so much, Pastor Sunday. I'm so happy to speak with you this evening. Thank you so much,
You are such a precious, grateful person. Thank you so much, my dear. Please call more often now.
Yeah, we call. From now on, I'm so happy that I can really get you online today. It's not so easy to get you online. There are a lot of people that wants to talk.
Yes, and greet your son for me as well.
Thank you so much. I have two sons, Joshua and Joel. Thank you so much.
Two sons. Okay. God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my dear. Bye.
You, Thank you,
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Wow. He's so touched, so moved emotionally. But, by the grace of God, this thing that I've even spoken about today is nothing compared to what we are going to be doing by the grace of God. I just want to invite all of you to come, as many as can come, for the next History Makers training in April. I will be talking more about what we're having in stock for Nigeria and the whole plan itself and the system. And I'm going to be teaching you how to build system as well for any goal that you want to attain and to resolve any problem. That one, if you want to join the History Makers training, is just go to sundayadelajablog.com/HMT. or you write to hmt@godembassy.org.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Obi Uchuku. I'm calling from United Kingdom.
Obi, you are the one who called you said yesterday or 2 days ago?
That's right, yes.
Yes.
2 days ago, yes.
Yes, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Well, thank God. All is well. Listen, I'm very impressed, and I don't know how to describe it. I watch you regularly, as you know, and I've just been watching the video and the discussions about your kind of plan and vision for the country.
Yes, sir.
And it's something that also, for me personally, like you, I've been in Europe I came to United Kingdom in 1990. So I've been here for quite a while, and but the area for me, I mean, there are so many areas. All the areas that you've touched on are things also that bother me. But I would say my field, by trade, I'm a medical doctor. I'm a surgeon.
Yes, sir.
And that is one area that I don't know how to say it. When I hear, and well, I stay in the UK and I treat a lot of people who come over from Nigeria at times. These are people funding themselves.
Okay.
Usually affluent people or whatever. With my area of specialization is cancer treatment, specifically breast cancer. But the point I'm trying to make is it's something that really frustrates me. I can't find the word for it. When I hear about Nigerians, or I know about Nigerians having to leave Nigeria to go somewhere else for treatment, to India, to UK, to USA. We know even our president, I think he was out for so many 7 months at it.
Yes.
And from my own little knowledge, even in medicine in Nigeria has produced loads of excellent, medical doctors, both in Nigeria and outside.
Yes.
And what never ceases to amaze me is just the organization, and my own. I've always had a vision. It's interesting. Both of us share something in common, because I didn't. This was something that I've always kept to myself, really. But seeing your program has kind of, made me to open up a bit. one health system that I like a lot I've worked briefly also in the States before myself, so I know what the system is like there. And the UK system healthcare system is probably about the best. Maybe the other one that I can say is probably a little bit you could compare of that and debate that is better is the Swedish model.
Yes.
I think it would be an excellent model to put in Africa. You know, a national healthcare service it doesn't need to be transplanted exactly match for match. There could be some modifications, but the most important thing will be the underlying principle. You know, I watched the bit of the way you started of the little child that somebody was complaining that what if you can
that child died though.
Can you imagine? You know, I mean, in the UK system here, when somebody is not well, it's when you're at your most vulnerable. For somebody to be asking you for money when you're not sure whether you're going to be alive or not, it's like, you know, I don't know how to. It's compounding matters, you know. And in the system here, the National Healthcare Service, there's nothing with money. Money is completely out of it from the patient point of view. You know, it's something that the state provides. The debate then can be a means-tested one or maybe one that is universal. Here it is universal. It's not means-tested. So whether you're a millionaire or you're unemployed, everybody can go to a hospital and get treatment. And obviously it will cost money. And that's the sort of contribution. And obviously there are certain other aspects that come with it. Say, for example, things like screening, mandatory screening, to help. There are a lot of people I treat are women who, if I'm talking of people coming from Nigeria and they will come privately and pay privately. And you see a good number that are educated people, have good jobs, but maybe they've developed breast cancer and they didn't even know it's there until it's spread everywhere, and they will come over here and maybe nobody can even help them, you know, at times. And whereas in the UK here, in Sweden, a lot of places, over 26 countries in the world, you know, there's a breast screening that once you get to the age of 49, you know, you start having mammogram once every 3 years or once every 2 years, you know, that the government pays for. And the whole idea is that when the cancer is picked up when it's less than 15 millimeters. So the treatment is very minor. It's probably an operation that will take 45 minutes, if that.
Wow.
And the person's life expectation doesn't. It's like somebody who didn't have any treatment at all.
Wow.
You know, and all it takes is just having a screening program that people attend, you know, and you know, whereas you have a situation, because the thing with say that cancer is it doesn't have any link with pain, you know, it comes like a thief and nobody knows, you know, but if you have, so that there are certain deeper things, it's not something that I can cover here. But
can you write a presentation? Is there any way we could do a project, you know, that we write it down as a presentation and then we could, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have your. You've already given your email address. So
yes.
We can do that. I've got certain things already that I can link up with you about in the coming days.
Very good. Very, very important.
Okay. Yeah. So my own area is the healthcare area.
Healthcare, yes, very important.
Yes. And sorry, just before I go, I don't want to take too much time. The other thing is that you know, now and again I obviously visit home, and there's just no governance in the medical area is almost non-existent. Somebody can just graduate as a medical doctor, finish his youth service, and go somewhere and open a hospital. I don't know what that treats you when there's not done any. There's no sort of postgraduate training, no, you know, and the person will be treating. I don't, you know, and nobody. There isn't any sort of auditing. There is no visiting to make sure that standards. People can just pop up hospitals everywhere, and so that's why obviously people leave Nigeria to run out here. You know, so there's that cleaning factor, and part of it also is corruption. Yes. Because if the governance area, the people, the mechanisms in place, assuming they go to a hospital and find out that they are not doing any auditing, they are not doing any appraisal, there's no sort of any principle upon which they work, and they say, look, this place has to be closed down. It's just the money. It's how much maybe they'll offer them 1 million, or how much they can borrow and bring together, and they will keep them going, you know. So there are things that need to be cleaned up, and I hope Buhari's system can affect corruption. But when they're looking at corruption, I think they're only targeting the politicians, but there are other aspects of society they need to look at.
Yes.
Like this health system I'm talking about now.
I agree. I agree, absolutely.
So, but it's a huge topic. Let me not take too much time, but it's something that I'm interested in, and I'm very keen to play a role somehow, and I'm serious about it, definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you
you very much.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very
Blessings.
much.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope we'll find some people who will be having a burden or a vision for this thing. But I'll put it out there, you know, if anybody has any vision, any burden, or any concern, any project that they want to do in Nigeria, Nazwane. Well, we are waiting for them. And my email again is pastor@godembassy.org. Pastor@godembassy.org. If you want to be receiving our messages on your WhatsApp or telephone, please send your information, send your telephone or WhatsApp to our number. And our number is +38 098 596 3838. Send your contact, your telephone to us, and we will be sending you our messages every day for free. So, well, I think there are no more callers. If there are no more callers, that will be it for today. I will be coming back in the next 10 minutes to continue teaching on the church, how to know God through the church. And that has been a very serious teaching that I've been doing. And it's mind-shifting teaching. So I hope you will come back for that as well. But this video, I think we should share it with people who you know that might have some concerns or burden for Nigeria. So otherwise, see you in 10 minutes. Peace.